So far, you have learned about the different testing methodologies to verify the intended behavior of your app. As you may recall, unit testing is one of the testing methodologies. In this video, you'll explore how to integrate unit testing into a project to ensure the code works as intended. I have created an iOS project called Little Lemon. Besides the auto-generated template files, I have created a recipe Swift file. The recipe model has one property for order count and a mutating method for incrementing the order count property. There is no test code to assure me that my code will work as intended. So let's set up unit testing in the Xcode project. Xcode has a target called Unit Testing Bundle. A target specifies the build configurations on a product. Examples include the app I created, and now I will add a new testing target for unit testing, like how the app template comes with pre-configurations and project files. I add a template specific to unit testing. I open the Little Lemon project in Xcode. Then I select the project name in the Navigator area. This opens the project editor in the Editor area. Next, I click the Show Project and Target List button if the Project and Target List panel aren't already opened. Now, I click the plus button in the Project and Target List panel and select the Unit Testing Bundle. I click Next. I leave the product name and other settings as Xcode generates them. I click Finish to complete adding the Unit Testing Bundle testing target. Now, in Project Navigator, I select the only auto-generated test file and remove everything inside the test class definition. Next, I move on to create my test methods. There is no universal naming convention for a test method. However, one naming convention you can go by is test underscore what is tested underscore what is the circumstance underscore what is expected. In order to test the code from the app, I'll need to import the app code at the top of the test file. The standard convention is to add the import module statements at the top of the file. The ordering of the imports doesn't matter. I will add @testable import Little Lemon. So let's write some test methods. Our first test method is test underscore recipe order count underscore init underscore order count equals 0. Inside the method body, I initialize a recipe instance. Then I call the xctassert method and pass in the expression recipe.orderCount equal to 0. This is the expected behavior. To run the test, I press the diamond icon button to the left of the method name to run this particular test. The diamond next to the test method is green after the test runs successfully. At this point, I have written a test to ensure that the initial value of order count after initialization is equivalent to 0. I run the test and the test passes. Now I create another test method called test underscore recipe order count underscore increment order count underscore order count equals 1. In this method, I initialize a recipe instance and assign it to a variable. Then, call the increment order count on the recipe variable. Now to review what a failing test displays, I use the same test assertion as the previous test method. I call the xctassert method and pass recipe.count order count equal to 0. I press the diamond icon to the left of the class name to run all the test methods encapsulated inside the test class. Great. The first test method I created is still green. However, the second test method I created is red, and the red marker next to the class name indicates that not all the test cases in the class pass. Let's change the expression passed to the xctassert method to recipe.orderCount equal to 1. This is the expected code behavior when I use the increment order count method as indicated by the test method name. Let's run all the tests again by clicking the diamond icon to the left of the class declaration. All the test cases are green. In this video, you learned how to integrate unit tests into an iOS project using Xcode to ensure the code of your app behaves as intended. Furthermore, you have learned how to use test assertions.